Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. We are from group 4. Let me introduce the member of our group. There is Aruzhan Tleuman, Marwah, Amalia, Muthmainna, and me, Rissa, Shafina. We are going to explain about the constructivist paradigm of communications. First of all, what is the definitions of constructivist paradigm? Paradigm is a perspective to understand the complexity of the real world. In the communication science, there are 5 research of paradigm, including positivist paradigm, post-positivist paradigm, constructivist paradigm, critical paradigm, and participatory paradigm. Constructivist paradigm was first introduced by Peter L. Berger and Thomas Lackman. According Peter and Thomas, this paradigm is important as a perspective or point of view in viewing social phenomena or social constructions and the theory of dialectics. They explain that social processes are obtained through actions and interaction that is owned and experienced individually. The constructivist paradigm is also included in one of the perspectives, the social cultural traditions. The constructivist paradigm views communication science as a systematic analysis of socially meaningful action through direct and detailed observations of social behavior in natural, everyday settings in order to be able to understand and interpret how social actors maintain their social world. The constructivist paradigm is a paradigm in communications which assumes that social reality is relative. That is, social reality is the result of social constructions. In fact, social reality cannot stand alone without the role of individuals, both outside and within reality itself. Constructions must be carried out by the individual based on his knowledge, while the environment is the means for the constructions to occur. In short, according to the constructivist paradigm, social reality that one observes cannot be generalized to everyone, as is usually done by positivists. Therefore, the constructivist paradigm in social science is a critique of the positivist paradigm.
After the definition, now we will discuss the characteristic of constructivistic paradigm, which in this characteristic is divided into 4, namely epistemology, ontology, axiology, and methodology. The characteristic of the constructivist paradigm in dimension epistemology, or the way of looking at the reality of truth, is believed to be the result of human construction. The relationship between the researcher and the object of research is interactive, and the result of the formulation of knowledge are highly interpretive subjective. Constructivism, placing research as a facilitator that provides alternatives and the ability to reconstruct every thought. Interpretation of understanding through an interpretive approach is a force for building knowledge buildings, because according to this flow, the accumulation of knowledge lies in the ability to reconstruct the world of experience it has experienced itself. The next one is ontology. Constructivism believes in socially formulated relativity of truth. The nature of relative truth is determined by the context of the existing society. Constructivism states that there are various kinds of reality. Mental construction based on social experience is plural, specific, and local depending on the person who needs it. The relationship between subject and object is more dialectical in nature between the two. The subject seems to be the interpreter of the world of experience. The usual approach is hermeneutic or interpretation, understanding. Axiology seeking a form of social reconstruction of reality. Constructivism places values, ethics, and moral choices as inseparable foundation. The methodology built is reflective, and process is not mechanical and can change according to the social experience construction process involved. And the last one is using qualitative methods in the process.
And the next part, I want to explain about the methodology in the constructivist paradigm. It usually contains an analysis of social phenomena that occur in the environment using qualitative research. For example, descriptive, evaluative ethnography, and case studies. The constructivist paradigm also uses framing and semiotics analysis methods.
The study case of constructivism paradigm. We were trying to compare a lot of materials, searched many articles in the internet and Google Scholar, and overall we can say that the constructivism paradigm asserts the social nature of the origin and nature of ethnicity, which is considered as a form of organization of cultural differences in society. Constructivism argued that the foundation of our knowledge is to be found not in the objective world, but in the language, culture, social relations, norms, and conventions adopted in a particular community. From a constructivism point of view, we don't not simply passively or actively reflect to the world, but we construct it through language, through cultural systems, by means of culturally given methods of categorization. We separate and connect, combine and structure for ourselves in a certain way the objects of the world and our own experiences. It is in this sense that we essay to construct the world, ourselves, and the objects of our own scientific research. We participate in the collaborative construction of what counts as existing and real based on the language and social conventions shared with the given community. The categories in which we describe the world are always products of our community and culture at some particular point in their history, not something objectively located in the world. As Mr. Barr originally remarks, the fact that we consider one music classical and another popular does not mean at all that we must admit the presence of something in the very nature of music that would require it to be subdivided in this way. Constructivism also proves that our knowledge is not indifferent, it's not apolitical and devoid of ideological and value dimensions. It means all our knowledge in the life come from our ethnicity, come from our nation and the point of view of particular community.